What is going on, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? Back live and direct. We got episode 26 coming in hot and live, and thankfully we got a nice guest. We got Shakti Nova that'll be live and direct. Before we get to it, do yourself a favor. If you got an iPhone and or an Android, go over to the App Store or the Play Store. Do yourself a favor and download the FTX app. Stay up to date with the latest cryptocurrencies and NFTs. Without further ado, I am your host, Gaddis TV. What's going on? And let's get to it. So we are live and direct. I was kind of just saying as well who we have on. As I guess we have Shakti Nova. So first off, thank y'all, I guess both for coming on and taking some time out of y'all's day and being on the podcast. So thank you much for that. And then really just first, I guess if you don't mind, both kind of introduce yourself. Let us know what you're doing before crypto and kind of what got you involved in crypto.
Yeah. I can go first. Okay. So my name is Kajal Mishra. I am a certified yoga coach, yoga and meditation coach. Right now, living in New York City and leading my women's circle, meditation circle. So what got me into this NFT world, like 6 months back, I think in August, I got to know about this NFTs and crypto, everything. And my plan was already earlier that to make a community for like the people who love meditation, who want to do yoga, and who are who in need of healing. So it was the plan earlier to make a community and for all the people who want to share their wisdom also, like they want to share the wisdom of healing and everything. But when I got to know about this, that okay, I can achieve this goal by making my Shakti Nova NFT, Shakti Nova goddesses. So I started working on my goddesses, and yeah, that's the plan. Like with this Shakti NFTs, my plan is to make a global community of meditators, healers, people who are in need of healing, as well as the people who want to share their wisdom. So this is my main goal. Like I am into this, and I think I need even I want to spread my knowledge, like what I have learned in last 4 to 5 years of my life experiences, and this is my goal to gather all those like-minded people in this community.
That sounds really cool.
Nice. With the I guess so some of the artwork as well. I mean, I guess are you the artist behind it, or I guess the kind of brains behind it on that, or I guess with that.
Yes, I think I will say the brain behind it, because all this idea of how to make a goddess, I sent to one of my friend. I am not a very good in art, but I am learning, and he was very good, so I connected to him. I shared that, okay, I want this goddess. Okay, he start making some arts. He shared with me. So the brain is I want this. You can see there is some thorns and all these decoration, makeup and jewelries. These all are my ideas, but yeah, I'm not me and one of my friend created this arts together.
It looks really good. I like the art.
Yeah.
With the project, I guess when did you first think of, I guess, creating it? I said a lot, honestly, on when did it first come to fruition and to this point? Was it a long process? Is it a long process, or how long have you been, I guess, making the project?
I think for me, I was not very long. It was in the 3 months. I just made everything, created, and actually all these goddesses, I just feel a connection within myself. I feel some connection, when I am all these goddesses are some energetically connected. So I just feel like the goddess will choose the people. Each goddesses are a different energy and different things, so they are gonna choose the people. So I can say 3 to 4 months I am working on this project, since last 3 to 4 months.
It's funny when you say that's not a long time, but to me that's in the crypto sphere, that's 5 years. I feel like it's been 5 years.
Exactly. So what happened, last month I need to like literally need to take a break from this, because I was always on Twitter. I was like, what is happening to me? I was
Yeah.
literally
it,
so
it
I just
screws with your head. It does. I
yeah,
agree.
yes. So I am like into spirituality, and I was doing everything. So what is happening to me? I need to follow my path. I need to.
That's funny.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. I think we started we thought of this in August, and maybe later, September, late September or early October is when we started, working on the art designs and everything, right? So
Right on.
as Kajal said, that the idea was always behind to build a community, right? So the conversation was going on what all we can do, what we all want to do,
Mhm.
to create this community of meditators, and then slowly, it started, taking a little shape, if you will,
Nice. With
Yeah.
the minting, I was trying to see. I know it's gonna be the project size 7,777. It serves at the mint for the 0.33. Do you have? I guess I could show it on the screen. My bad. Do you have like a mint? I guess date when you're wanting to do it, or am I slacking hard and it already has been minted out? I guess
It's not.
when was it on that?
Yeah, yeah. So we were planning to mint early November earlier. Kind of postponed it. So on the back end, we are actually working on to an app. Something that we are
Nice.
calling out Meditate to Earn. Right. So the whole concept and the whole idea behind this, you would know, right? The apps like Calm and Headspace, which
Mm-hmm.
are probably one of the most well-known meditation apps in this ecosystem, right? Right now, Calm has a valuation of about $3 billion, and they make about 400 million dollars worth of revenue every year,
Strong.
right? And what we are, and so and if you look at the Calm, right? They what they do is they essentially go in, will take some celebrity, will bring them on the app, for some specific stories and meditation routines and things like that, right?
Right.
That's not how it works, right? As Katal said, right? It's all about the energy in the end.
Right.
So when you are meditating with a sound or a routine, and or that routine is not created by somebody who has actually practiced for years, creating that energy, you really don't get that benefit which you're supposed to do with the meditation, right? Um, so what we were trying to figure out that how do we bring the community, how do we essentially you know so you have a lot of meditators, coaches, gurus, right? In this community, how do we
Right.
actually make them benefit, or make them the owner, right? In the true Web3 sense, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so that's what was all going on in August, and September, if you will, right? How do we do that? And that's where we are essentially building on an app where you what happens is that you can essentially come in and upload your own meditations, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what happens is that once anybody hears this meditation, so basis of number of plays, on that meditation, you would essentially earn coins, right?
Nice.
Which we are calling Shakti coins, in this case,
Mm-hmm.
right? And this Shakti coins liquidity will be essentially pulled in from the subscription revenue of the app, right? So Calm is for example doing a $400 million revenue, which is essentially going to them, right?
Mm-hmm.
What we are looking to do is that how do we essentially bring them, if we go to like a try and build a Calm, how do we bring this $400 million and distribute
Right.
it
Right. Right.
among the meditators and coaches, right?
They're
So
actually doing it.
we have,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so very much like what Axie did for gaming, right? Play to earn model. We are
Mhm.
calling it a meditate to earn model, if you will.
Yeah. It's pretty
Meditate to
cool. You
earn.
guys are the first NFT project, I think. I can't think of any other one that's really put an emphasis on the mental side of things, and like, it's really cool to see like a spirituality based NFT. This is like nothing we've had on the podcast before. So you guys are definitely like all the points are checked in originality for sure. I'm really interested in what you guys got going on.
Absolutely. I think we kind of tried and tried to find something on Ethereum as well. I don't think so. There is anything on Ethereum as well, which
I think
I
so.
don't
kind
think
of
I've ever
resembles.
heard. This is like the first time I've ever heard of anything like this. So like, you guys are definitely like onto something. It's going to be pretty cool watching you guys execute it.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So there are pros and cons of it as well, right? So the pros is that yes, there is originality. The cons is that it's very difficult for people to get it, right? So it's difficult for people to so because now Axie, for example, Axie founder, right? He in one of very famous interviews, he talked about that how they essentially spent about 8 to 10 months building the Axie initial product. It was a
Yeah.
very crappy product, if you will, and you know, and one of the reasons that they were so successful because nobody cared, right? Literally nobody cared at that point, right? And they had no competition when they launched, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So we feel that something like that is happening to us as well,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
You guys. It sounds pretty interesting, and I think like it's not like a super competitive niche either. Like it's just like you guys are like the first ones to do it, so it's pretty interesting.
Yeah, yeah,
Question
absolutely.
when and because I know you said you're working on the app and the things like that. With we say we mint it, you know what I mean? Someone mints it. Do you get, I guess, access? Is that like a subscription to the app wise, or I guess, or is there anything honestly behind the NFT and that essence of it? What after mint, what can I guess a holder
Yeah.
expect or want?
Yeah, so the two ways benefits actually, right? And so I'll share some, and then probably Kajal can share rest of them. So one of the benefit was essentially to that when you're the app is launched, right? You can essentially access the app, go on, learn you know have all the meditation as long as you hold the NFT, right? So
Okay.
as long as you hold the NFT, you don't really have to pay for the app. You can essentially use the app as it is. Also, initially 6 months we're looking to drop Shakti coins to the NFT holders as well. Not only
Nice.
you can earn the coins with the by uploading your meditations, but you can essentially earn coins by holding the NFTs as well, right? And then there are a
Nice.
few other utilities. Kajal, maybe you want to talk about the book and the
Yeah.
and the sessions, new moon sessions. Yeah.
Yes. So like I every month I am taking this new moon and full moon session. This is it's include yoga, meditation, and all these spiritual practices like intention setting and manifestation. So that all will be free. Like every month, these two sessions, like by default, they will be getting free. And apart from this, like right now, I'm working with three to four others mental like Mama Gina and Ashna Sufiana. So I'm planning to make an event or workshops, like little workshop for 6 weeks workshop and 8 weeks workshops. So those workshops will be free for those NFT holders, and that
Nice.
workshop costs like $800 to $500, like things. And other things, I just finished. I just like launched my first book that is rooted in consciousness.
Oh,
Nice.
congrats.
Congrats.
Yeah. So it's already available on Amazon.com. So that book, yeah, I will be giving that book free to every NFT holder.
You
And yeah,
Nice.
mentioned the moon phases. I'm a trader, and I know a lot of people who trade solely on the moon phases. Can you tell me why a new moon makes Bitcoin go up and a full
Bitcoin.
moon makes Bitcoin go down?
yes, actually, like what happened, new moon and full moon, it's literally affect our human body, like the whole
That's what
universe.
people say. They say they're in a
Yeah.
good mood, so they start buying, and then like when the new moon comes, everyone's depressed, so they start selling.
So the like just a little thing, if you understand, like a science scientifically, like every on new moon and full moon, the tides in ocean like rises. Okay.
Okay.
So and our body is made up of like 74% of water. Okay. So
Yeah.
if the ocean water is rising, then obviously in our body the 74% of water is also rising. Okay.
Man, you're blowing my mind right now.
Facts though too.
So
Yeah.
that's why everyone just opens up Coinbase and rushes and wants to buy all the Bitcoin. That makes sense to me.
Feeling better.
Damn. Thank you. I actually learned something really valuable on this podcast.
Well, are you saying you don't learn nothing else from? Jeez, son.
Not about trading.
Touche, touche. No, I think that's cool though. Honestly, that I don't think we've had. Some people have talked about the common tangible things like that. So I think that's cool. That one, it'll be a book. Two, it's from you. You know what I mean? That's pretty dope.
Yeah.
And that's honestly a cool feeling for you being the author and getting the book out there as well. Because honestly, random before this, I want to say maybe 3-4 years ago, around when I was on, oh man, I think called Steam It back in the day. You know what I mean? I went something and got a book. I still got it to this day. You know what I mean? And I was surprised I read it back in the day. So things like that, it might just seem, and again, everyone might do it like that as well. Maybe I'm that one off, but
Right.
you might think, hey, you know what I mean? I'm gonna send it out. Someone might not read it, but things like that can happen, can change. You know what I mean? To the extent of like you were talking about, with your the Shakti Nova, like it's gonna choose the one that it's meant to be. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
stuff like that, I like it. I do like Money was saying as well that even if you're not, I guess talking spiritual stuff like that, in the sense of like the yoga things, like it brings a lot people that can be there. You know what I mean? Because personally, I don't do yoga that much. Maybe I should. People always saying it's really helpful and benefit, but like Money said, I mean, this is the first, I guess, community in that essence of it, which I think it could be good. It's well-being.
That's what I mean. And it's almost like it's like subtly bullish from like a trader's perspective, because like you're gonna cultivate this community who really doesn't care about price. All they care about is spiritual stuff, and they're not gonna be hounding you for like utility, because everybody in this community already knows that life is like, it's not a rat race. It's like it's a marathon, and we're all here for a time, right? You're not dealing with like crypto Twitter like crazies. Basically, is what I'm getting at. You're gonna be dealing with a little more sound mind people. So I actually I'm gonna be following this project from a speculative point of view, just because of that. But you guys are like, it's pretty cool that you guys are gonna be able to provide like utility like that's not based on Web3. It's going to be like through your app, and with like different meditation routines and stuff like that. Like to me, that's like super like useful utility. I can't really, there's not much that like tops that in terms of like real IRL utility. You know what I mean? Like health, like that's crazy, you know? So
100%.
Yeah. And if and what don't people not a lot of people realize that that meditation community globally is a very, very large community, right?
yeah.
One of the few numbers that there that statistics talk about is that 500 million people globally actually meditate daily, right? Meditate or yoga daily. That's a huge number, right?
That's a huge number.
Right, absolutely, right. So I think there is it's just that it's a little polar opposite to what crypto Twitter is, as you were saying, right? So
It is. It really is.
yeah,
It's a
right. So
nice
if you're
breath
looking
of fresh air, to be honest with you.
yeah, and if you're looking to actually bring in what we call normies, right, into crypto and NFT, right?
Yeah.
Probably no better way than this, than a large community already.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's like last time when we went to BAYC, this event in New York City. So
Yeah.
when I was thinking I need to attract those people, so I was like, how I will attract those people in the community? That's like,
Yeah,
Keep
very
it
different crowd,
positive.
right? Very
yeah,
different crowd.
different crowds. Yeah.
But I mean, I guess that's the beauty of, I guess, crypto in general, and I guess life in general, because there's different crowds, stuff like that. But again, I think it's, I guess, the beauty of it as well. On again, like you're the first up bringing it on this side, so I mean, like you said as well, it's like, I mean, again, I don't do yoga, but my sister would be all about it as well, just because she's about it. You know what I mean? Then like she's a norm. She knows, and like I'm about it, but she could care less. You know what I mean, on mine. But something like that would get her involved, get her interested on one, you know what I mean, crypto in general, but two, keeping her the health and I guess
That's my next question.
well.
How do you guys plan on? It seems like you guys got a pretty. You guys could find a way. If you guys can find a way to like onboard normies like into your like you guys have a product that like normies will be interested in. It doesn't seem Ponzi-ish. It actually seems like community driven and stuff like that. So like, how do you guys plan on like reaching out? Do you plan on like putting out like in meditation studios or something like that, like having like advertisements, or like do you plan on reaching out like manually through social media and stuff like that? Like, how do you plan on cultivating that community?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Good question, right? So, and I'll admit that I don't think so. We have a very, very clear way of doing it right now,
Yeah, that's
right?
fine.
We do have ideas, definitely, right? And so initially, when we have about 300, 400 people right now on Discord, right?
Right,
So
right.
we got the initial, I would say, believers, if you will, right?
Mhm.
Who it's who would really understand what we are trying to do, so which is a good sign.
Right.
But and one of the reasons that we essentially kind of decided to wait a little bit for the mint and do not mint right now, right, is to
Yeah,
get
that's
this
probably
app
smart,
out.
just to get a couple more people involved, so it spreads word of mouth, kind of thing.
Right, and essentially get this app out, right? Because if you
Right,
really
right.
look the real value, if you of this whole community would be essentially to where people would come together and essentially meditate, right? So,
Mhm.
for example, in the last meditation that Kajal did, we had about 13 people showing up, right? Not a
Yeah,
lot, but good number,
but
right?
it's better than
And
two,
yeah,
right? That's
right,
actually
for sure,
that's a group of people.
Yep.
right,
That's a group of
absolutely.
people.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, right. So the idea is to essentially, onboard, right, more yoga coaches, more people who
Yeah.
essentially create
Yeah.
and teach students, right? And the way that once you do that, every coach and every teacher essentially have their own following, right?
Right.
And because in their own sense, that they would have a cult following built over years, right?
Yeah, man.
And what we are trying to do is that with the app, we are essentially empowering these teachers and coaches to essentially give the knowledge out, and at
Yeah.
the same time earn money by essentially sharing the knowledge, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think that's probably the the main distribution model that we would probably go for,
Right.
right? Where we essentially get on board all these teachers, yoga coaches on the platform,
Yeah.
right, and essentially empower them with the tool to share their knowledge with the community, right, and essentially earn in that respect. So that's the idea. That's the idea. Long way to go, but yeah, that's the idea.
I'm sure you guys will have more ideas too, because it's a pretty tough question to ask. Is like, how are you going to get all these normies on here? So like, I'm sure you guys will find ways to do it. And as crypto becomes more popular, it'll be a little easier to grease people and be like, hey, check us out. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Just
no,
decrease
we are,
them.
we are we are we are finding people, right? So, for example, the people
Yeah.
who came
Organic.
in, they said that really wanted healing. Some people are actually meditating almost daily. There was one person who was
Yeah.
sharing, that she does shadow,
Shadow work.
Yeah.
shadow
Yeah.
Actually,
work as well.
I will say, like, I have a group of 300 people in my community right now, but they don't
Okay.
know
Nice.
about NFTs. Okay, so my
Oh, wow. So
so
they have no
sometimes,
idea.
like, yeah, they have no idea. So yeah, I think I need to share this knowledge of NFT to them, to, like, you need to come here in my Discord channel, or
Yeah.
that is also I'm struggling right now. Like, we are struggling to, like, how to share this NFT knowledge to those spiritual, yeah, those people who are on this path of healing and consciousness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come
Huh.
meditate and get your crypto alpha.
You know what I mean? Get a little both. A question, because I think you were saying, and I don't know, for some reason it clicked in the sense of, I guess with the Shakti tokens, and it might be too early. Again, it might be, I guess, the speculation or whatnot. I guess, say, is it gonna be like I guess easiest way to say that the like Reddit of meditation? Like, say if I'm have good, I guess, I don't know, knowledge or videos on that, like you said, you get like a like or something like that. Is that how you would get it, like that, or is it
Yeah.
way too early to know
So
exactly
we
on
are
that
we
one?
are we are Yeah, we are gonna
In the press.
get this, the whole idea is that the number of plays that you do, let's say number, if you once you upload your routine, upload your meditation, and 100 people essentially, 100 unique people essentially listen to that particular meditation,
Right.
then we distribute 100 coins, something like that,
Cool.
right?
Nice.
So that's what we are looking for. Based on how many unique people essentially choose to listen to that meditation and use and to meditate is essentially how we're gonna compute the coins.
Are you guys
To
worried
compute that.
about botting or anything like that?
Yeah, that question that actually came in quite often, right? Almost every time that I talk about this, right, that came in,
Hmm.
and it's pretty possible, right? And that's where we have, and I think we'll put in, checks and balances, and
Like
for
a
example,
little like light KYC, like just so like you have to like maybe have an email or something. I don't know how you would even like, but
yeah,
like
I mean,
they're so sophisticated now. The bots, man, it's crazy. It blows my mind. I don't know. As you guys as
yeah,
devs, I don't know how you deal with it.
yeah. So see, the app for a subscriber or the end
Yeah.
user is essentially going to work like any Web2 app or any kind of app,
Right.
right? The
Okay.
Web3 component is essentially for the for the teachers, right?
Yep.
So what we so it will essentially work like the same way the Calm works, right? You can sign it with your Google account, with your
Yeah.
Facebook
Yeah.
account, with
Okay.
your Apple account, right?
Nice.
And sign up with an email ID, phone number, OTP, all regular stuff, right?
Right.
The Web3 component is essentially on the back of the
It's
teachers,
yeah. The
right?
Web3's
And,
on the
and the
back end.
coaches.
Yeah.
Exactly, right. For a normal user, they don't need to know that it's a Web3 app. That's the idea, right? That's the idea,
Cool.
essentially.
Question, because honestly, yeah, man, had a lot of questions when asking, why it started, some of the struggle, stuff like that. And I know it's still early in the stages, because I do ask onto a lot of basically all the projects on here. Some of the struggles y'all have had, up to this point. You know what I mean? And how, I guess, one, like what where they how have y'all overcame them, and then two, if people are interested in the project, stuff like that. What are ways people can help in general?
Sure. No, yeah, I can start, and maybe Kajal can jump in as well. So so I, so as some of the struggles that we already talked about, right?
Hmm.
There are two communities that we are part of right now. So one is an NFT community, which really very few people understand meditation, and the whole, and, it's a little difficult for them to understand the whole grasp concept.
Yeah.
And then Kajal is part of multiple communities, and with one of her own communities of 300 people, and other communities which Karel can probably talk about, with Mama Gena and Chameli Asgar and others, right, which has thousands of people, but they don't know now about the NFT and NFT
Yeah.
culture and the Web3
Mm-hmm.
culture, right? So we have
Yeah.
two different polar opposite communities, right? And I think the whole main struggle is that how do we bring them
How
onto
do you tie
one
him in?
platform?
Yeah.
For
Exactly.
sure.
How do we tie them together, right? So I think that's a big struggle.
Yeah.
Um, I don't think so. Apart from that, we had any struggle as such, right? I mean, whoever has joined in the Discord is very good, is very chilled, relaxed, you
Nice.
know, and had good discussions with them. So we have you know building slow, but we're building we're attracting the right
That's a
people,
good thing,
right?
probably in your
Yeah.
guys' case, is to build individual by individual at first, right? Because you want to attract like a solid foundation, right?
Exactly, right? For example, when we decided to, postpone the mint, right? We literally did it, a day before, and
Mhm.
we didn't really saw, many people leaving. We didn't saw any noise, right? People said, yeah, totally, they understand, right? They said, yeah, we
Yep.
understand when we're here, and we'll wait. So
Yeah.
that's a good thing. Maybe Kal, you want to talk about, the chameleon community and others, right, as well.
Yeah, right now I am into like with Awakening Women. Like it's a community of 1,000 women, and I am also like taking sessions with Mama Gina, which is a mentor of Arts of Womanly. I don't know exact name, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, there are like 300 women. So they're all women. We are like moving forward like a warrior and awakening women. So, but here, why I I want to share this thing because every people think like that. Why I chose goddesses NFTs.
Hmm?
So I just don't think like it's about female empowerment. I want like feminine empowerment, and I would emphasis on that like feminine is the energy, and it's not a gender bias like male has a feminine energy or female. Like we both like in a male and in a female, this feminine and masculine energy are already present. So the
Mhm.
point is like right now that our feminine energies like in all over the world it's wounded like literally wounded. The power
Yeah.
of feminine are like in male and female, because in like women are working working like a masculine way, and men are already like if you literally talk to people like not just male or female, just talk to just give them some space, some voice, then you will know that the power of feminine, like the power. So my goal is to feminine empowerment, to heal feminine energy into male and female both. Like it's not about the female, but right now I am working
No, I
to,
understand.
yeah,
I'm a man. I lost my dad when I was young, and I grew up just all around females, and they had a huge influence on my life. Pardon me, from when I was young, and everyone always says that about me, is that I have a softer feminine side, because, and I think it's because ever since I was a young kid, I was raised by all females. I didn't really have like that like you say, that masculine energy around. So I care, like I'm sensitive to a lot more things than my friends are and stuff like that. So I totally understand what you're saying. How it doesn't has nothing to do with gender. It has
yeah,
everything to do with energy. I totally understand what you mean, because I get that all the time from my friends.
yeah. So right now I am like all the group, like all the members in my community are female, no doubt the female. But
Right.
this community, this Shakti Nova community, I am like planning for both like male and female. It's not a gender was like only for female. But
For
yeah,
sure.
yes. And other plan is also like Chameli Adga and Mama Jina. I am planning to start some week long workshop with them in the Shakti Nova community. So all these plans are like, so yeah, they are ready, like they are ready, so I can go forward. And
Heck
Gaurav,
yeah.
you want to talk about your marketplace, like what we are working right now? Do you want to
Mm.
share?
Yeah, yeah, that's a little side project that essentially we started essentially before Shakti project. Project. We're building a marketplace and a DAO platform essentially, called Seven Solana.
Oh, right on.
And yeah, so it's like you had Squad, right?
Yep.
And on your podcast, we are essentially building something like a DAO house, a Squad,
Yep.
if you will, but in a little different way, that where you essentially have a one-stop shop, and it will act as a on their own domain, right? So like you have SMB marketplace, right? Monkey marketplace on their own, right? Similarly, what we are looking to do is essentially build a portal where the community or the DAO can essentially do NFT trading, governance, voting, all this thing into one single place on their own domain, on their own site, right? So, and
Cool.
we power that via the backend, essentially. So that's one another thing that we wanted to essentially get out, right? And probably at least if not the entire product, at least a marketplace out, and probably launch the NFT at the same time, so that we can launch the NFT at our own marketplace. So that was another
Nice.
thought,
Yeah.
that was going on as well.
Nice. Um, kind of good segue for the next question I was gonna ask. You know what I mean? Kind of with the in crypto time, it could be sooner or later, but like a 6 to 12 month time, I kind of always, and you never know, but ask, where do y'all want to see ourselves in that type of time frame? On that one, I guess, is
And
that with the market being out, the NFT out, or like what's y'all's goal to say in the next 6 12 months?
yeah, and I think as you guys have said earlier, right? The NFT space, 3 months feels like 5 years.
Yeah, seriously.
Feels like a lifetime, right?
It is.
And yeah, and I think we are very clear that this is gonna be not a 5 months or a 1 year plan. This is actually going to be a 10-year, 20-year project, right? To build a community. NFTs is one way of kickstarting that community right now, right? But the whole idea is essentially that how we can keep on empowering the meditators, right? Right, so how do we replace Calm? How do we replace Headspace? How do we replace Lululemon? How do we replace all these big brands who have essentially taken I mean it's you know it's right now about I don't remember the exact number, but it's multi-billion dollar business that people have created, and the actual people who are the part of the community are not getting any benefits out of that, right? So for example,
Mm-hmm.
Lululemon has that own merchandise and all the mirror thingy going on, right, where you do yoga and all this thing, right? How a yoga teacher is going to get benefited from that? No, it's not, right? So how do we essentially keep on empowering yoga teachers, meditators, coaches, teachers, gurus all over the world, over a span of 20 years? So that's a vision, ultimate vision. And we'll figure out a path to do it, right? Essentially.
No, 100% on that. And yeah, I mean that's the best, I guess, the answer, honestly. When hey, I'm not trying to be here for 12 months. I'd rather be here for the longest. You know what I mean? So I
Yeah.
appreciate that. You know what I mean? I guess the last couple ones, because we are, we're at we're past the 30-minute mark, and we do make y'all wait. So I apologize on that one, but I don't want to, keep y'all hostage, nothing like that. Like I said, 30, 40 minutes on there. Honestly, a lot of the questions have been like answered from both of y'all, but were there, I guess, any like main things you wanted to, I guess, bring up on the project, or any things like y'all have, I guess, planned that we haven't talked about or haven't asked about? I guess anything that we're missing on as of right now?
Absolutely. I think one of the things that we definitely would want to share with everybody is that that meditation works, right? Meditation works on everybody life, and you need like 15-20 minutes daily, right? Not more than that. 15 minutes. If you do that 15 minutes daily, it the benefits are huge. Comparison to the 15 minutes that you'll spend on doing meditation daily. We would love to get more like-minded people in the community. We would love to meditate together. We would love to. So everybody who's hearing this podcast, right? Please, share it with your friends. Right? Come join us. We do meditation every new moon, every full moon. Right? Then next new moon, Kajal can share when exactly that's happening, and come join us. Be a part of it, right? And let's meditate together. I'm sure it will be a huge impact for you in the future. Do you want to add something?
Yes, I will add like you said, like meditation is very important and it really helps. But I will share that meditation is just not like you need to sit and eyes closed and just spine straight. Meditation can be like just body movement, a slow. So what I do in a different kind of meditation, like sometimes just shake your body, shaking body meditation. Sometimes just and like what I do in my sessions, like sometimes I just make some sound, like there are chakras in our body, 7 chakras. So each chakras are some sounds like beej mantra. So when we sound like yeah, just one sound you can continue chant
Yeah.
like
Gotcha.
that is
Write it
also
down.
meditation. So I just want to share like the meditation is not like tough or just boring. Meditation can be entertainment, exciting, and like good. So
No,
yeah,
100%.
yes.
Question, I guess, with that as well, because with the, I guess the new moons, and I don't know all of it like that. People that are interested and want to become, with the meditation, and stuff like that. Is it best to find y'all on and at like Twitter, or I guess the Discord, or where can people honestly find y'all at? What's the best place to go to?
They can. Oh yeah, I already. I also shared the things like Zoom session on Discord right now, but I am more active on Instagram and Twitter.
Mm,
So more
Gotcha.
active on Twitter, Instagram.
Okay.
So my Instagram is Kajal Mishra Official. I generally share everything there, but yeah, I share on Twitter and Discord. So they can join in my Discord channel, and they will probably find all the events and workshop which I will be taking like in the future. And on 19th there is a full moon, so I'm gonna take the session full moon yoga temple. So all of you join me.
So Bitcoin's going back up.
I mean, it's gonna happen. Watch, it's gonna happen in 3 days.
Yeah.
Oh. No, but no, I mean, I appreciate it. In the Discord, if you're listening as well, it's on their basically Twitter page. You can just Shakti Nova. So hit him a follow and go on the Discord as well. I guess any other last points or anything like that, y'all, I guess wanted to add on, because again, I don't want to cut y'all off early, but I don't want to keep y'all forever as well. You know what I mean? Any other last points?
I think thanks for having us on the podcast. Really appreciate it. I'm one of a proud thug. I'm very active in the Active Mint channel. Right? We grow together. We wreck together all the time. I was one of the part of the rug that happened today. Yokai rug.
Well, thanks for coming on too. We'll have to have you guys back on in a couple months, and we'll talk to you about post mint, how the first couple months have gone, and we'll catch base with you guys soon.
So yeah, stay around for a quick second. I don't want to be rude. I'm gonna go ahead and end the podcast though. But honestly, thank you for coming in as well. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, gonna go ahead and end the podcast here again. Thank you very much, Shakti, for coming in and tuning in, showing some love. If you liked what you heard today, do yourself a favor. Go ahead and follow on Twitter at Shakti Nova, and give them a basically follow in the Discord channel as well. Without further ado, you know what time it is, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Again, thank you for coming in, tuning in, showing some love. Till next time, stay fresh, stay clean, stay positive. And as always, a caw-caw!